What's going on? Travis Stetzel here, TravisStetzel.com, and I got my man Joe Meglio. And what's happening? And Joe and I just recently launched our joint program, Strong and Shredded, and it is flying off the shelves. We're getting a lot of great feedback from people. Some people have already started the program. We launched it just a couple days ago, so it's awesome to see all the feedback that we're getting. But at the same time, we're also getting a lot of questions. So we wanted to do a quick Q&A session for all those people out there that were looking into getting it, but we're just kind of on the fence because they didn't know all the ins and outs about it. So we're just going to kind of clear some things up here and go a little bit deeper into the program so people kind of know a little bit more of what to expect. Bottom line is, this is a badass program. This is one of my favorite programs I've put together. I don't know about you, Joe, but it's pretty kick-ass, man.
This program's different than any other program that I have out there, and it's unique, and that's why I think that's why people are going to love it.
Yeah, man. So we've got a lot of common questions that have been asked, so let's just kind of get into those, Joe. I know you have the same questions as me, so let's dig into those. What's our first question, what we want to get into?
I think the first question that we're going to want to get into is, we get a lot of questions about what type of equipment we need and to do the workouts and stuff like that, so why don't we dig into that one first?
All right. Yep. I've gotten that one quite a bit, and really we try to keep this real basic. We're not trying to make it too complex. The only equipment you really need for this is obviously your own body weight, a set of barbell, a barbell set. Obviously weights to load up on that barbell set, dumbbells. If you have kettlebells, that's great. You don't have to have kettlebells, but one of the things we did include as a bonus with the main program is the Globo Gym Survival Guide, because that's a real common question we get in regards to any question. Guys working out in a corporate gym, and they don't have access to kettlebells or whatnot. So for a lot of the movements that we have in the program, this manual gives you optional movements to swap in for, say, med ball, movements or kettlebell movements. It shows you exactly what you need to do to swap those movements out. So it's not like you can't do the workout. It gives you, different choices to pick from. So
basically put that together. So there really is no excuse not to do the workouts or specific exercise. We have alternatives to any exercise that the common gym might not have. So, for example, you mentioned medicine ball training, kettlebells. We have alternatives to all those exercises in case you don't have kettlebells or medicine balls. So again, all we need to do this program is the bare minimum: body weight, dumbbells, barbells. That's really all you need. And if you have the luxury of having kettlebells and medicine balls, then you can add those in, and it's already laid out for you. So that's definitely all you need for the program.
Just for the record, I would just recommend going out and getting yourself a kettlebell anyways, just because the kettlebell is so powerful. I mean, you can take it anywhere with you. The holidays are coming up, so that might be something that you want to ask Santa Claus for, right? Kettlebell. All right, man. So the other common question that we were getting is just basically, what's the main focus of Strong and Shredded? So you kind of want to get into that, Joe?
Yeah, the main focus of this program is performance. And when we reached out to each other, Travis, we looked at our unique abilities and what we do best. And one thing that I'm really good at is getting guys strong as hell. And while you're also good at that, you're really great at performing these finishers that absolutely, they kill people, but they help burn fat, and they're going to take your conditioning to a whole new level. So the real focus of the program is performance. We're going to get strong as hell, okay? We're going to get you explosive, and the finishers are going to really condition you to really face anything. And because of the workouts, you're going to get strong and you're going to get shredded. So it's it's in the title, and it's really the key to the program is performance.
Yeah, man. When we first met and started talking about putting this program together, that's the first thing we talked about is just performance. That's what most people want anymore these days is how do I get strong? How do I add muscle? But how do I get lean as well? And it's obvious. It's we can accomplish that, and just like you said, it's all in the title. So basically, working heavy strength work with barbells, getting a lot of assistance work in there, focused assistant work, all based around like your main strength movement. And then what I've put in there is the high performance conditioning finishers, which also complement your strength and assistance movements. So going to take that conditioning to a whole new level. And generally, when you train for performance, you're going to get all everything else. So you're going to get some muscle gain, you're going to get some fat loss, and you're just getting all the benefits of that. So when we met, what was it, like 6-7 months ago?
Yeah.
I remember when we said it's going to be strong and shredded, and we were just like, yeah, that's exactly what it needs to be. So that's what it does in a nutshell, So
one thing I want to add on to that, Travis, is the finishers. It's important that we call them high performance because they're not taking away from the strength work that you're going to be doing. So a lot of finishers out there, they may be tough and they may help with fat burning, but a lot of them take away from strength training. So we want to make sure that you really dial it in, and you did a great job at really putting that together. So it's complementing the strength work, not taking away from it.
Yeah, and in talking with that, I remember when we were, putting the final touches on all the training sessions, and those finishers, they're designed to be short and sweet. I've talked about this before on my blog, but we don't want these to be long, drawn-out marathon, sessions that last 20, 25, 30 minutes, whatever. Short and sweet. None of them go over 12 minutes. And like I said, we strategically place those finishers in the workout. So it's not just, some random, okay, we're going to kill you at the end of the workout. It's complementing the strength movement. So it's really, really key in, the design. So that's kind of an overview, man.
Yeah, cool. All right, Trav, let's get into some questions we've been getting. Is this program I'm a complete beginner.
Yep.
Is this program for me? So how do you want to attack that?
Just right off the base, just to be completely honest, when we put this together, we didn't have complete beginners in mind. This is something more for people that have been lifting for a while. So they have basic knowledge of, the barbell movements, so squatting, deadlifting, overhead pressing, all that good stuff. So if you haven't touched a barbell before, or, you're somebody that just got into training, this wouldn't be the go-to program, so to speak, if you're a complete beginner. But along with that, we did include a body weight preparation manual for people that aren't quite up to snuff with, their conditioning and their just basic strength. So that's designed to kind of get people in the door, get that base level of strength and conditioning down, so they can kind of transition into the main strong and shredded program. But that's pretty much the gist on that, man.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's definitely an advanced program, but if you are a beginner, we do have that 4-week preparation manual with body weight that's really going to help improve work capacity, basic strength levels, and so you can definitely go ahead and follow that. It doesn't just have to be 4 weeks. You can follow that for 6-8 weeks until you really master the movements in there and get great at all the body weight stuff. You have to really earn your right to use the weights and earn your right to do the main program.
Another thing to just think about is, you don't have to necessarily get on the program right away if you were to pick it up. It's always something that you can kind of set off down, on the side for, down the road for when you do progress up to that level. So just keep that in mind. And, everybody's different at their own levels, but it's what it all comes down to is, progress, and going at your intensity level, It doesn't mean that you have to, throw a ton of weight on the bar. That shouldn't be a focus of yours anyways. If you're somebody that's just beginning, you should just focus on doing the best that you can do, progressing at the weights that you can handle, and just going from there. And before anything, you need to be sure you're mastering the body weight movements. So you should be able to squat. You should be able to crank out push-ups and pull-ups like it's your job. Lunging, your mobility should be there. And, I've talked about that stuff on my blog with like the body weight gauntlet. You should be able to go through that, no problem. So.
All right, good stuff, Trav. So what's the next question we have?
Next question. This is a common one. I know you mentioned that you've been getting this too, but Joe and I, we have multiple products out there, different programs and whatnot. And, somebody might have just picked up Warrior Ripped or Lift Like a Man. And so they're asking, what if I just picked up your Warrior Rip program? Should I get strong and shredded and start that program? And I would be lying to you if I said, yes, you got to get strong and shredded and start it now, because that would be the worst answer. Joe and I were actually just talking about this the other day. The best program for you is the program that you're currently on. And I talk about this all the time, on my blog. And, I get this question quite commonly. And you got to stick through a program. I mean, you got to stay on a program for at least 4 weeks minimum. And, looking at Strong and Shredded, we designed it to be shorter. So it's 42 days, 6 weeks. When you start it, you got to stay on it. And we know with the amount of information that's being, pushed out these days on the internet, I mean, information is at your fingertips, literally, and there's a new program that comes out every week. And it's not going to, I mean, you can pick up those programs, that's great. Save them for down the road, but the thing is, if you're going to get started on it, you got to stick with it. That's the only way you're going to see the best results. So my answer to that is, yeah, you can get strong and shredded, but if you just started another program of mine, or you just started like one of Joe's programs, stay on that program, finish it to the end, and then go ahead and start strong and shredded later, So that's my 2 cents on that. You're not going to get anything from any program out there if you're just jumping around program to program. So that's my 2 cents about it.
Yeah, I think you nailed it on the head. We really designed the program to be 6 weeks, 42 days for the specific reason, because we hear about a lot of people that will program hop and not stick to the program that that they purchase. So we want to make sure that we made it short enough that people are going to be able to follow it and get the results they want. So I think that you broke that down great, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, man. One of the last questions that we were getting was quite common. What type of results can I expect from Strong and Shredded? So you want to kind of address that one, Joe?
Yeah, and the answer is it depends. If you're real raw, if you're like more of a beginner, you have an understanding of the big barbell lifts, and you're going to see tremendous. You're going to see probably a total transformation in the 6 weeks. You're going to get stronger while getting leaner, and you're going to see incredible results. Now, if you're more advanced, like me or Travis, the results aren't going to be as dramatic. If you've been lifting for a while, you can only put on so much muscle so fast and lose so much fat so fast. So it's going to be a gradual process. But again, this comes back to the main focus of the program is performance. You're going to be pushing more weight. You're going to be getting more conditioned, and if you dial in your nutrition, you're going to look better too. So that's really that's the type of results you can expect. You're a beginner who have basic understanding of the big barbell lifts. You're going to see tremendous results. If you're more advanced, you're going to still see awesome results. They're not as dramatic as if you were a beginner. So what do you want to add on to that, Travis?
Yeah, I mean, it's so true, and a good way I use to explain that is like with a sprinter. All right, so if you're just beginning out sprinting, you're going to have fast results if you're doing a sprinting program. So say you're running like a 15-second 100, you're going to shave seconds off your time, which is like huge. Versus if you're like an Olympic sprinter, and you're already running like a 10-second 100, your results are going to be very, very minimal over time because, I mean, you can only get so much faster. But the thing is, you can always get faster, just like you can always get stronger, leaner, whatever. And so that's kind of my 2 cents with that. Good way to look at it, depending on how much of a beginner you are and how advanced you are. But it comes back to, like I was just talking about, you must be consistent. When we design these programs, we don't design these programs to be just a quick fix type of thing. And we're totally transparent about this. And anytime anybody asks me about what type of results they can expect, and the thing is, it depends on your commitment. So how committed are you going to be to the program? Are you somebody that's just looking for a quick fix? This isn't the program for you. We want you to stay on this program for at least 4 weeks before you get off of it. But it's designed to be followed from day 1 to day 42. Staying consistent with the program, and depending on what your goal is, if it's fat loss, then that's going to depend on how well you're eating along with the program. You just can't expect to train, lift weights, and do all the stuff physically and not eat well and expect to get good results. So it depends on the person and how committed they are. And we would be lying to you if we're like, all you got to do is buy this program and the freaking fat's gonna fall off, the muscle's gonna freaking start to build up just because you have this manual. The truth is, it's like I'd say 98% of people that buy programs let it sit on their freaking computer, or if they buy an actual book, they freaking let it sit on the bookshelf. They never even freaking open it. They never apply the knowledge. And that's the key, is the information that you gain from this program, you're going to have to put it, into action. And you're going to have to freaking work hard. It's going to take time. And, it's not going to be a quick fix. So,
hitting on the head.
Yep. So that's what I got to say about that, man.
All right, cool. So do we have any other questions left, Travis, before we wrap this up?
I think we pretty much covered it. I think we can probably just go over an overview of what is all included in Strong and Shredded, just so people know a little bit more about it. But let's get into that. I think we're good.
Sure. Yeah. Let's go over exactly what you'll be getting when you pick up Strong and Shredded. So why don't you start that? Why don't you talk about the main manual?
Main manual, like we've hit on, it's a 42-day program. So that's 6 weeks. We got 4 days a week, and each day is focused on a different strength, movement. So like deadlifts, squats, overhead presses, stuff like that. Then we got our assistance movements in there, and then we always finalize every workout out with a high performance conditioning finisher. And like I mentioned earlier, those conditioning finishers are tailored to that strength session. So that's what you're going to be getting in the main manual. You have everything broken down in there: how to set up your workouts, how to set up your weekly routine, as far as like what when to do day 1, day 2, when to take your rest days. Everything's pretty much laid out in the main manual for you. So that's what you're getting with the main Strong and Shredded manual.
Yeah, and I just want to add on to that. Everything is really done for you. The set, the rep scheme, week by week, day by day. It's all done. There's no guessing. There's no what if I don't want to do this exercise. It's done for you. We have all of it laid out. We have not only what days to take off, but what to do on your off days. Everything is just completely done for you. So that's really the main manual. And in addition to that, we're going to hook you guys up with 2 bonuses. The first one we talked about, the Global Gym Survival Guide, and that's really going to that means that you're going to be able to take this program and do it anywhere. So if you have a home gym, maybe if you're training like a big box gym, or if you're training a hardcore gym, you're going to be able to do it regardless of the equipment that you have. And one thing too I want to mention is we have video demonstrations of every single exercise in the program and in the Global Gym Survival Guide. So if you don't know what a certain exercise is, we have a link that's going to show you exactly how to do the exercise. So, it really couldn't be handing this to you on a platter how to do the program. You just got to take action with it, implement the workouts, and be committed to it. So, first bonus is the Global Gym Survival Guide, and the second one that you guys are going to get is the Body Weight Preparation Program. And again, that's for beginners, or maybe you're used to doing a lot of heavy lifting. It's just going to really focus on body weight training, improving your work capacity, relative body strength, and get your conditioning up. And we did that for maybe not everyone's advanced, and that's where we want to start them. Or maybe you've been doing a lot of heavy barbell lifting, and your body needs a break from the heavy stuff before you follow another hardcore program. So we hooked you guys up with those two bonuses, and again, it's all done for you. And what do you want to add on to that, Travis?
You pretty much explained it all. That's what they're going to be getting, man. And as of right now, we actually threw in an extra bonus. I believe there's 17 spots left for the Strong and Shredded coaching call that we'll be doing as an added bonus to people that take action, right away. So I'm not sure, depending on when you watch this video, if you're thinking about getting the program, that those spots might be taken up by then. So, but Joe and I are going to be getting on the phone, and if you're somebody that's picked up the program, we're going to be doing a coaching call. So that might take an hour, might be 2 hours, whatever it takes to help the people get through this this program. We're going to do it. So that's the big added bonus. But like I said, it's a fast action bonus for people, looking to get the program. So
yeah. All right. So I think that's it, Travis. You want to wrap this up?
Yep, that's it, man. That's pretty much the overview of Strong and Shredded. Hope we answered most of the questions that we were getting. Like we said, those were the most common questions. And, all the other information is on the Strong and Shredded info page. So just go through that. Obviously, you can see all the different results that Joe and I have, gotten with our clients. And, that's what we do, man, is we get people freaking strong and shredded. Can't explain it any better, man. So, but I think we're good to go, man.
All right, awesome stuff, Travis. So
all right.
I will connect with you soon.
All right. We are out. Strongandshredded.com. All right, check it out.